Welcome back, and today we're gonna be talking about Ascendance of a Bookworm, episode 16. So like always, let's just jump into it. So I really enjoyed this episode of Ascendance of a Bookworm because we got to see how everybody pretty much falls into their own roles. Like all the retainers, they like doing their job as retainers. They take it very seriously. Maybe not, Dahlia or Gil because they're still kids, but we see that Fran actually takes it very seriously, and he's, much older. And we also see that even Lutz, when it comes to becoming a merchant, he's actually taking that role very, very seriously. And I like that Benno pretty much called out mine, saying, even though you're a blue robe and that's a sign of nobility, you're not taking your role seriously. And we see that she's, telling her retainers, go away, I don't need you, I only need my books and all that stuff. And that's not really the role that she's supposed to be playing right now. She's supposed to be playing the role of a blue robe, priest, and pretty much taking care of her retainers. We see that even though Gil is being rebellious and not paying attention and saying that's going to make her life miserable, he is still not eating, right? He's not eating. He's asking for food and people are not feeding him. And we see that he's really starving because mine is so focused on like being in the library and reading books that she's not really taking care of her retainers when that's really her responsibility. So I'm pretty sure that's how she's going to win Gil over, is pretty much by feeding him and taking care of him. And he's gonna notice that she's actually a really nice person, and there's no doubt about it. Mine is really a nice person. Even Benno told the head priest, look, when it comes to her friends, family, and books, don't mess with that because you're gonna unleash the beast. And we saw it in the library when she was reading the books, and time flew by. The retainers were just sitting there waiting for her to be done. And when Gil was like, kind of like you're saying, yo, I'm hungry, we gotta go eat, it's been hours or whatever, we saw the inner demon almost come out, like her eyes glowing with her mana. And again, thanks to Fran, he, took all those kids out. So we see that Fran is really a good retainer. Even the head priest was saying, he's my best retainer. I gave him to mine so he can take care of her. And now since, he thought he was being casted aside, that's why he was probably kind of salty. But we see now that, since the head priest acknowledged that he is one of the best retainers, and that's the only reason he assigned her to mine, well, now he's kind of like on mine's corner. He's like, I'm gonna take care of her because she's nice. She even treated him with respect and all that stuff. So now that Fran is in mine's camp, I can't wait to see how, Gil and Dahlia are gonna be won over, because we see that Gil is starving. So mine's gotta feed my dude because that dude is gonna die of hunger. But Dahlia, I think, is gonna be like the most difficult one because she's talking about being a concubine for freaking the high priest, and that's kind of weird as it is. And even the head priest was saying that mine and Benno were kind of like, lovers because of the whole relationship they have, when in reality, Benno is not like that at all. He's just using her for money. He's trying to make money. He's hustling. So that's why they got that relationship. But they were kind of like, oh, no. Cancel that. You know what I mean? The high priest, yeah, that dude is weird, because I'm pretty sure if Dahlia was like, let's be concubines and all that stuff right now, he will probably jump on that. That dude is weird. That dude needs to go. But I do like that the head priest, he seems to be kind of like a nice person. He does seem to care about, mine. But again, he's playing his role of the head priest. He has to put the church, I guess, ahead of everything else. But I wonder if there's going to be like a coup or something with the high priest. I wonder if, the head priest and using mine's help and pretty much everybody, all the nobles or something, are going to realize that the high priest, he's really like a selfish person. He doesn't really care about the church. He's in there just because it will be like a great position of power. And maybe, it'll come to the point where they're going to have to take him out. And I'm not talking about killing him. I don't think mine would kill somebody. But pretty much, take him out of that high priest role, and then the head priest will fill that role up, and then the church will be like a better place. Because we see that everybody's pretty much hating on mine because she's a commoner with a blue robe. And even walking to Benno's pretty much store, everybody was kind of surprised because a blue robe just walking by, nobles get kidnapped so they can get, money, people can get paid. So yeah, mine is definitely, she's not as safe as we all think she is, but at the very least, and I'm happy about this, at the very least we know that her future is secured, because she's putting all her mana, or a bit of it, into like the magical items that the church has, and that's one of her jobs pretty much. So we're just gonna have to go and wait and see how this all is gonna play out, because honestly, I'm not liking mine being in the church. I prefer mine whenever she was doing like her own things at the store, like creating paper, creating products, creating dessert, and just pretty much making the world a better place through her products. Because we see that even the little bowls that she makes is making all the little girls and all the women happy. Even the cake is making all the nobles go crazy because it's so good and all that stuff. So I really hope that it kind of goes back into that in the future, because I can't imagine her growing too much in the church. Like, what, she's just going to become like the high priest maybe? I can't really see letting a commoner get that role. The head priest, I can see that, but not mine. Not in the future. So I'm loving this anime. It's really a nice anime. So let me know, like always, what you thought of this episode. Go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next episode.